Poll finds majority of Canadians say the Canada-U.S. border should remain closed.
Here's a summary of the article.
More than 8 in 10 Canadians say the Canada-U.S. border should remain closed to non-essential travelers for the foreseeable future, according to a new Nanos research survey. Canada needs a more strategic, region-based approach to reopening the border. A 66-year-old man and a 65-year-old woman from Minnesota entered Canada on June 24 at the border connecting International Falls, Minn, and Fort Frances, Ont. The Nanos survey conducted for the Globe and Mail asked respondents if, going forward, they believe that the border should reopen for non-essential travelers immediately, for those living in areas where infection rates in Canada and the U.S. are low, or if it should remain closed for the foreseeable future. The survey suggests that there is strong support across regions and age groups for keeping the border closed. Mr. Nanos said Canadians see the potential worsening of the pandemic in the U.S. and that the situation south of the border needs to improve before they will feel comfortable opening the border. The Trudeau government must clearly tell Canadians what benchmarks will guide lifting border and travel restrictions when the time comes, and how they plan to manage the reopening of the border while ensuring the health and safety of Canadians, Mr. Paul Huss said.
This post received a score of 17,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It's too porous as it is. We're allowing Americans in for flimsy reasons. Anyone coming into the country right now should have a 14-day supervised quarantine, in my opinion. The honor system doesn't work.
People lie for less. I support your efforts to keep us out right now.
I mean, it's not even just us. Yeah, I'd definitely keep Americans out, but for now I'd also be concerned about other countries even if their cases are trending down. Traveling between countries should require quarantine no matter what. Right now the pandemic isn't over.
Not to forget Canadians coming back. It's not just foreigners bringing.
Correct. We have this problem inside the states with people traveling south to states with rising cases and then returning home to a state that's been hit hard but trending down now. The amazing amount of inconsideration it takes.
One of my coworkers went to Miami 2 weeks ago because she doesn't care anymore, while neither of us have jobs currently because without events such as trade shows etc. happening, there's no jobs for us in our line of work. I wonder if she still won't care after July when our state is supposedly going to stop paying out the extra unemployment and she still won't have a job.
Time to build a wall and make us pay for it.
It's a fucking South Park episode.
Maybe construct some type of tall blocking device.
And make them pay for this device.
As an American, I fully endorse this.
Countries closed. Moose out front shoulda told ya. I miss John Candy.
Give me the first film that comes to mind when you think about him, and I'll watch it. I've only seen 2 films he was in, Cool Runnings and Home Alone.
Uncle Buck. Hands down.
Right on. Now I have something to do tonight. Will either DM you or tag you here tomorrow to let you know if I enjoyed it.
There's one story bouncing around up here. I'm not positive on the details, but a group of Americans were let through at the border because they claimed to be heading to Alaska, which they did not. They were fined $2,000 per person and sent back to the U.S. The fact that they lied to get across the border should further reinforce that they really don't deserve access to our country.
Was this the same group of people who were forcing the campground owners to get them supplies?
A different group likely, but yes, that group was also being typical American tourists. Opening square bracket.
Not related to the racist lady in our parks yelling at teenage girls to go back where they came from because they were pulling apart entire raspberry bushes. Raspberries are a native weed to Canada and the entire bush grows and dies each season, only the roots exist during the winter.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.